I'm live. Okay. Um, yeah, I just wanted to try out this feature. I'm assuming that it just posts the video to YouTube after. Um, what's this? Share something. Yeah, so the only real reason I'm recording it live is because I want it to be posted immediately, as opposed to recording it in Photo Booth, which is what I was doing, and then just uploading it. Which is pretty quick to be fair, but I don't know. I just thought why not streamline the process and like remove that step. Um, yeah, I wanted to. This is really just like a video journal, so let that be known. I'm not making any promises of like insights or anything. Um, yeah, so yeah, I'm here in Mexico City, having a jolly old time. I actually am. I I haven't really been doing much, but I still like Mexico City, and it's just nice to be here and have some interaction with people. And obviously, the food is amazing. Yeah, it's a good time. I like it. Um, but yeah, I like spent a lot of time today basically trying to figure out what I want to do with my life currently. I do a lot of jobs. Um, I definitely feel like it feels very exciting in the moments that I'm working on um, building something myself and something that's novel, at least for me. Um, like I don't know, I'm on this project where we're building this like dashboard that monitors real well sites. So it's cool and like it has real world impact. It is cool and maybe I should just stick with it. But it's just taken us so long to do and I don't know, like it feels like there's almost no impact on this. I mean, yeah, I feel like I don't want it to just be the case that, like, I do feel like in my head, I'm thinking about, like, where does the money come from? Like, how does this generate money I mean, I guess obviously for me, like if I'm not being paid to do something, to like program, to build something, then it has to be like pretty cool for me to want to work on it, and, innovative and just like interesting and like yeah, maybe revolutionary is kind of an intense. It's like a high bar, but I mean, yeah, if I'm gonna work on something and I'm not getting paid for it, obviously I have to find it like actually interesting. And I don't know, yeah, it just doesn't feel like worth the what I put into it. Like when I put work into it, it doesn't really feel like the output is worth it. Like, that's why I don't really feel so motivated to continue working on it. It's a nonprofit, so I'm not getting paid for it. I guess that wasn't clear. Hadn't explained that in the past. But yeah. But anyway, though, yeah. So yeah, what I'm definitely getting the sense that I want to like I mentioned in another video, Andrew Callahan's um platform. I even reached out to him again today. Like on Instagram. Still like submit form on his website wasn't even working. Um, but like running it, like having a channel like he has, I think about that and the prospect of doing something similar, something in that vein. And it's pretty exciting and impactful and worthwhile. And I think, like if I did that and I could somehow like eke out a living, um, I'm pretty sure I'd be happy with that. Like as long as the work I feel like is impactful, I'm happy with it. Um, yeah, so I'd be very happy with that. I guess if you have, if you, yeah, if you, fuck yeah, if you're an independent journalist like he is, I guess he just makes some money through ads. I mean, he's popular enough that I'm sure he makes plenty of money on YouTube with ads. So I guess that's how he makes money. I mean, that does seem like a tall hill to climb for me, like gaining that following. Um, so I don't know how viable like that path is. And to be fair, I feel like when he started it, he wasn't trying to make money, which I think is very admirable. Um, I feel like that's the right way to like start a project too. Like, it's like you should be working on stuff that you think is worthwhile. Like, I think it makes the world a better place. Or I don't know what people's motivations are, but like maybe you think it like you believe in the vision, or you think it's cool, or you think it achieves something that's like worth working on. Like that's why you work on. That's why you start a project. And I think that's yeah, that's just what I believe is the reason why you should start stuff. Um, but obviously, and this is the question I've been wrestling with. I guess everyone in the world wrestles with it of like, how do I make money then? Or, how do I, how do I make money off that idea? Or I think there's kind of two camps of like people try to find a job that they find fulfilling. I feel like some people are successful in that. Um, maybe I should put out a poll, but I don't know. I feel like some people actually do have jobs that they like, or at the very least, you could probably say that like if you compare two people, like one of them likes their job more. So, there's not going to be people that like their job like 100% of the job, of course, but there's some people that like their job more than others. So, but anyway, yeah, so I feel like there's like one camp of people that really try to find a job that they think they'll enjoy and they find fulfilling. And then there's another camp of people that just see this means to an end, and don't. And they find fulfilling. And then there's another camp of people that just see this means to an end, and don't. They just kind of clock out at 5 or whatever, and then they use their job to like support their lives and maybe hobbies and things that they like actually really enjoy, and maybe they don't enjoy their job that much, or they just don't have any sort of like serious expectation of their job. um yeah, so I don't know which is better, but I'm really just striving to like have a career that like I enjoy and that I think is like worthwhile. I mean, maybe this is why I'm unemployed. Um, I mean, it's definitely not why I became unemployed initially, but I'm sure it is a contributing factor to why I'm still unemployed. Um, yeah, because I mean, I just can't really accept that, like I can't accept that. I can't accept that, I have to work a job that I don't like and that I even kind of hate. Like working at JP Morgan, like I don't know if it's just like how I view it now is different from how I viewed it then, but I didn't like it. I mean, I liked some of the people I worked with, and like I mean I definitely enjoyed working with other people, like just being around other people, being on a team. The social aspect of it, I think was great, honestly. Like, I mean, there's some people I didn't get along with as well, but and it's hard working with people, but it was definitely really enjoyable and like rewarding component of it. But I didn't really like my boss. Um, I didn't like some of the work, just like the nature of it. I felt like it's kind of dull at times. I think it wasn't very like. I mean, it was just like some of it was almost just more like design stuff. It was like you have to get this tiny little component like perfect, and so in order to do that, like you have to spend like hours and hours on like just total minutiae, like stuff that, I mean, yeah, it's got to be done, but it's also just like, I don't know, as a programmer, it's like getting those, I don't know, I just feel like I spent hours and hours and hours working on these tiny little details, and maybe that is just what programming is. But I think, at least for me, like that's not what I get enjoyment out of. It's more of like, actually building something that's like dope and that's like cool, and it accomplishes something and is like fun to use and other people want to use. And yeah, I mean, just like accomplishing something that's like you would be proud of. And it's exciting in that way. So I think like adding a field to a form, which just was a task that I worked on. It's like it's kind of dull, like again, you just spent like hours and hours and hours on like this tiny little thing, and it kind of just like feels like a waste of time. Anyway, though, yeah, I mean, all that's to say that I didn't feel like I really enjoyed my time that much at JP Morgan. Um, so I've really, really just want like my fucking job. Like my job, or like create the job, create, fuck, I don't even know. I guess, yeah, like running it, like being an independent journalist. I mean, it sounds really difficult, but like doing that, working independently, or working like being, yeah, I'd be very happy to work with other people, like work on a smaller team, I guess, and us form our like smaller business. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, you have to create a product that other people want to buy, or I guess people like support you in some way. Like if I mean, I guess, yeah, if you start like an NGO, or you have some organization, you can get people to like donate to you. Is another way, or get some sort of grant, something like that. But yeah, at the end of the day, I guess what I'm thinking of is like some way. If I'm talking about a way to like subsist, it's some business that I want to create. But yeah, it sucks. I just want to kind of create things that I think are cool, and then, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there definitely is part of me that like feels like I'm just not like, even if I want that, like it's not even something I'm capable of. Like, you know, I do feel like there are many, like obviously many other people that are way, way, way better engineers than me. Um, and I don't really feel like I've shown that to myself or others, that I can't even create these things and put me want to create. Like at JP Morgan, like I wanted to work. Like I feel like it was annoying that I didn't know how like this like pipeline that we were like building worked, but then I don't even think I myself am like able to build that entire pipeline. Like I mean, I want to try. I feel like it's worthwhile trying, but I don't know if I could. Or I suppose I could, but I don't know how long it would take to do that. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. Even more incoherent than the last videos, but yeah, I just wanted to reflect on today, basically. Um, I think it was a revelation, at least not a revelation, but an insight for me that, again, occupy like having a channel like Andrew Callahan does, which I guess anyone, if they could achieve that, would be happy with that. But I think at least recognizing that, I would be happy with that. Is, yeah, at least like progress, I feel like, because I don't know if I really verbalized that to myself. Man, it's kind of hard to listen to myself talk, or like I wanted to start recording myself, but the minute I started doing that, I became very judgmental to how I sounded and if I sounded smart or not. Um, so I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be releasing these videos. Like maybe it's a bit more raw if I don't. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, this video was kind of just supposed to be about me discussing like what a future career path I potentially wanted, creating an independent like news platform, like journalist platform, or yeah, I mean, I really just want to create something myself. Like I feel like any company, almost any company I'd work at, like you just do like it seems kind of I don't know, like what's the word? Like degrading sort of that I guess not all, actually, I guess not all professions are like this, but a lot of the engineering, like almost any engineering role you're gonna get, it's like you come in and like a task is like someone else creates the task and then you complete it. And so I don't know, just like that concept where you're like, again, I guess this is most of all labor, but like if you're like a lawyer or something or a doctor, you kind of work for yourself. Well, I guess not a doctor, but like, well, yeah, I mean, I guess kind of a doctor and like lawyer, like you're not just like completing tasks that like an overlord has passed down to you. Like you are in control of what tasks you're completing. And yeah, I feel like you want to complete those tasks. Like it makes you feel good, and you kind of have that agency. Whereas like as an engineer, you're just a cog in a machine. Hate to say it, but it's true. It's not a profession where like you have any say over the direction of the project generally. I guess if you're like a high up, if you're a very senior engineer, then I guess you probably would, but for the most part you don't. So I don't like that, and I want to have a career where I have a bit more agency and a bit more control over what's going on. I'm not just like doing someone else's bidding. Anyway, that's all. It is pretty much, I feel like, a good summary of what I want to say in the video. Give an end stream. Hopefully this video is saved. I really hope so.